We are back with Terra Nullius. Going into our second part here of episode 38. And Jordan has joined us.
Yay!
Hello, Mr. Jordan. So real quick, let's go through your goals.
Crap.
Putting you on the spot.
I came to a point at one point today while I was working. I'm like, maybe I should think about goals.
You should have listened to that inner voice.
Well, I kind of thought to that inner voice, I don't think Darius has any goals right now. Or I don't have any goals for
Figure
him.
out the cool magic stuff.
I mean, this is true. I mean,
Jordan,
yeah, they
you're
have,
really quiet.
Yeah.
You should turn yourself up a bit.
that might have
Hashtag
been-
turn
How
up.
about that? How's that?
A little better. Maybe a little bit more.
You asked for it.
Goshimar.
Now we're getting noise.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Also, you didn't start recording.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, yeah. What do
I
you
would have
got?
edited all that out anyway.
Yep, it's true.
I mean, they haven't changed from what they were before.
Figure out blood. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like how blood, the specifics of how it makes someone the god
A
of
new
death.
god of death, yeah.
Yeah. Discover more about the power of Death's Hood and discover a way to move between planes of existence.
Yeah, I'm loving those goals. Sounds good.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Nothing wrong
Won't
with those.
level up.
So let's pick up real quick with Toity and whatever this guy has in mind. So I think he didn't say a belt. I think more I've thought about it. He says gloves. He has some gloves for you to try on.
Are they fingerless?
Yes.
Yes! Fingerless gloves!
Yeah,
They can be
so
the very
are
best.
you fine with like trying on his experimental gloves right now, Toity?
I'm like, sure. I guess I'll try them on. Are they going to be a little big for me?
No, see, that's the thing. I made them for someone with really dainty hands, and I think you fit the bill just nicely.
I'm gonna glare at him. He's like, dainty. Right.
Yeah, dainty. Have you seen your hands?
What's funny is
Oh, I've
Toity
seen
could
that.
probably
He kind of like, he
flex on them.
grabs one of your hands and just like looks at it like tiny.
Yeah, 100%.
Just show me the freaking gloves.
Wait, he's starting to get a little bit of attitude. I kind of like it.
Tortitude.
So yeah, Toity, you want to make a wisdom save for me as you put on these gloves?
A wisdom shave for gloves?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in trouble, guys.
They're not normal gloves. They're special gloves.
Awesome,
Oh,
you got a
no.
7.
Take over your mind.
Okay, cool. So, you put on these gloves, and he says, and like you feel something happen, like there's a wave of something, but it's really hard to tell what it is, and he just kind of like staring at you, and he says, do you feel anything?
Do I? Just
Not
feel
really,
magical?
no. Yeah, you just kind of
Well,
feel power.
I mean, they feel like they're powerful, but I don't really feel anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No unstoppable urges.
None that I didn't already have.
You look at his neck. Like, yeah, so I think he grabs like a gold coin and puts it in front of you. Puts it in front of you and says, "Do you want it?" And yeah, Toity, you do actually. You really want that coin. You feel like a
Not
wave
this
of just
again. Not this again. I'm like, I looked at him and say, and what if I do?
well, you can't have it. It's mine. But you know, and he puts it back in his pocket.
Oh, actually, okay. Oh, dang it. Can I try and grab it from his hand?
You certainly can. Make a sleight of hand check with a +5
Dang it.
bonus.
Oh, they're sneak gloves.
Oh, nat 20!
You like
Nat 20!
so deftly, you just snatch it out of his hand like no problem.
I like imagine that he went to put it back in his pocket and then he realized after his hand was in his pocket that it was gone.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And he says, "Oh no, Toity, I'm gonna need those gloves back. I think it's still not working right." You don't want to give them back, Toity.
I don't know. They seem to be working quite well for me.
See, that's the thing, though. You're gonna start stealing from everyone. That happened before, and I got in huge trouble. So you're gonna have to give me the gloves back.
He can roll persuasion.
Can you roll persuasion? Okay, yeah.
Against my, what would it do?
I don't know. You can just set the DC.
I don't know. Should I roll a save to see? Would it be?
Yeah, you can do wisdom save.
Oh.
So we got a higher persuasion.
Yeah, he did. He got a 17 over your 13.
Nah.
Trust me, you really don't want a bunch of really angry people claiming that you stole their things.
That would totally convince him. He's like, "Oh, you have a point." He'll take off his gloves like.
All right, I'll have to keep working on them. I think it's something in the stitching. It's just messing it all up. All right, good work, team. So come back when the rod is better ready, and then we'll try this again.
Okay. And
Thank
will
you.
the gloves be?
Well, I only have so much time, Toity. I'll work on them, but no guarantees.
I don't know how long your craft works.
Even if they were ready, why would I give them to you?
You seemed pretty apt to give them to me.
You know, it is true that they only fit someone with very dainty hands, and it was very difficult for me to get them off of my hands the first time I tried them on. But that is neither here nor there. Just get out of here. And he just waves.
Fine by
Get
me.
out of town.
Didn't want to be here anyway. He says under his breath.
Yeah, and he makes some sort of rude gesture that you only understand because you can speak Primordial. So, yeah.
Maybe I don't want to come back in the morning.
Yeah. So let's go pick up with Darius. So Darius was going to go with Kaawi, the arcane expert, and figure out some cool new things about his magic items, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah!
that is the
Oh,
thing
the
that you're supposed to
magic.
do.
All the magic and the items.
Oh, I love the magic so much. Okay.
They are so powerful. Oh yeah.
So, for more of that
Spirit of
action,
Brett.
you can refer back to episodes 6 and 7 of Side Stories.
Best character ever.
Actually,
Killed by Caleb.
4, 5, 6, and 7, actually. Gret was around for 4 episodes, guys.
Oh, yeah, really? 4?
Mm-hmm, yep. Because you saved Shayla, and then you went into a magical portal.
And then I closed said magical portal with my body.
Calvitas was in more episodes than him. That's kind of sad.
But Gret lives on in our hearts.
He does. He's
really,
the only
really
one
does.
that we actually want back.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's really in my heart.
So, Darius.
He's in my arteries.
What?
Oh, that was cholesterol.
Clogging your arteries? Yeah. I mean, he was German, I guess. So... I don't know what that was supposed to mean.
I think it was
German
Swedish,
chocolate
but
cake?
Yeah. No, he was German. He was German.
I don't remember.
He was German. So Darius, you're meeting with Kaawi, and yeah, I think he just kind of like places his hands together and he says, "All right. So Darius, you have temperance, yes, the Makawital I see there.
Yes.
Favored by Yum Cox. It's a relic of hers. So you have deliverance as well. You have the sandals from Quetzalcoatl.
I do.
Yes. Any other magic items that I should know about?
Do I have any other magic
You have
items?
Death's Hood.
Oh yeah. Thank you. He's like, well, this, and he like taps his hood.
Yeah. And so question real quick. How do you wear the hood? Because, like, did you just sew it into the lining of your cloak?
So I think whenever he put the hood on, he kind of like whenever he first got it, it was just like this kind of ripped mass, and I think he just kind of like put part of it around his neck and like kind of just tied it a little bit so it would hang loose. But I think whenever like he stepped through and got this whole body armor thing, I think it kind of formed into some sort of cloak.
Right. Okay. So it's not even just a hood; it's a full cloak now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what happened, Darius? It melded with Death's escape. It melded with the cloak.
I thought that got destroyed or something.
So no, it didn't get we never really said anything. It just kind of disappeared, right?
Okay.
You just didn't have it anymore because Death. You know it got used up because of the Death thing. But I think that's what happened, right? It's ultimately whatever was left of Death's escape just melded with Death's hood, and now it's just one thing. Yeah,
I like that.
I'm into
Cool.
it. I'm into it. So, yeah. He says, "What is that exactly?"
It is a
Souvenir.
I like that.
Souvenir
It is
for
a
the
souvenir of sorts I found between planes.
Between planes. Please, you're
Yes,
gonna have to explain this to me. It's very interesting.
When I was dead, before I came back, I wasn't just taking a dirt nap. In fact, I had to fight. I'd say every day, but, well, it felt more like a couple eternities had passed.
I think I heard
But-
something about this from Zaman. So you were stuck in the interdimensional space between life and death, and you fought?
I fought death.
You fought death. Now, no, don't get me wrong here, Darius. I don't want to say that you're lying, but that you have to understand how ridiculous that sounds.
Tell me, are you afraid of anything?
He kind of squints his eyes and he says, I suppose everyone has their fears. I haven't really meditated on my own lately, but I assume I'd probably be afraid of failing. But, I mean,
So,
it's been
you'd
some
say
time.
that you have some fortitude then. In the face of danger, you're not really going to
I'm not
just
one to
shy
stand
away.
down to a challenge, no.
Okay. Now I'm going to do something.
Right, yeah.
I was hoping that happened.
Now this is probably the only way I can convince you of the hood's origin.
All right.
And Darius takes the hood and says, "Don't blink," and throws it up.
So he has to make a wisdom save?
I believe it's a wisdom save of 17.
Great. Oh,
Crit
dang it.
success.
My God.
Yeah, but I mean, he still sees the.
26.
It's 15.
Yeah. So he just kind of like, I think he doesn't even blink. He just like is staring at you. And you put up the hood and you turn, you have a skull face, but he just kind of like is looking at you and he nods. He says, "Interesting." And literally, like, this has never happened before. When you put up this hood, like, everyone, people get freaked out by it.
I think Darius just says, "Well, it's about time somebody has some bravado here."
And he smiles and he says, "I think we both
And he
had
probably says it
experience
this-
with. I think we both had experience with people without a spine, as it were. It's frustrating, I know."
Ooh, shots fired.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jordan?
Oh, I guess he probably would have said it like a, I don't know. Does Darius's voice change? whenever
Yeah,
he-
no, it does.
Yeah.
He has a gravelly, like, yeah.
Something a little more like this.
Yeah. It's really rather intimidating. I'm sure with anyone else, scared. Yes.
Well, good. And then he puts it, well, good, and he puts it back down.
So you claim to. So, from my understanding, death is an abstract. Can't be fought. But it's possible that you did fight with some sort of denizen of Shabalba, a leftover from the Lost Court, or maybe even a guardian of the Caretaker's realm itself, gone amok.
It would be pretty sad if the caretaker couldn't even control his own minions, considering...
Well, he was dying, and now he is very dead, so it's a little hard to run a hospital if the patients start, attacking you, and, you have a terminal illness, so... He probably doesn't say hospital exactly, but, whatever a Mesoamerican equivalent would be.
Healing
Medicine
room.
man.
Yeah.
Witch doctor.
Yeah, it's hard to be a witch doctor when you have a terminal illness.
I was going to say something, I just completely spaced.
Suddenly,
Can you
you get
tell
the
I'm a
shooting star
character voice?
memes, and it's the shooting stars meme, and Darius goes off into space.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
It's true. It's true.
Man,
So yeah, he was arguing with. He was like, you were saying like, why can he
that
control his
he
own
was
minions?
he was saying that death was abstract.
Yeah.
And I think Darius just says, you may think that is abstract, and maybe I would have too at one time, but between the two of us, which one of us has been at in this in between place? And can I roll a,
Like persuasion check?
yeah, I guess that would be persuasion.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Come on, roll high for one, Jordan.
Oh.
Come on! That was literally a 2!
You're
11.
you're super good at this, but
I know. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't think he does. Yeah, he just says, let's just move past that. Let's agree to disagree, and we can work on this issue here. So you
I
have
think Darius just shrugs and says under his breath, "Yeah, you'll see one day.
you'll be there too."
In the end, I will be right."
So he says, let's move past that and just focus on the magic items themselves. So you have temperance, you have deliverance, and what would you name? What's the name that came to you when you received this magic item? The hood.
Oh man,
It's just Death's hood. That's what it was.
that is what I
Yeah,
just say.
that's its name.
Okay,
Yeah.
Death's hood.
All right. Well, either the person who made it is lying, or they think too highly of themselves. So interesting. So, can you tell me anything about the history of the items that's been revealed to you? You can give me a little bit of information as to how far along you are in the process of attuning to them.
Okay,
And I can remind you what you know about
Yeah,
them, too.
yeah. Remind me. Of what
Yeah,
I
no
know.
problem. Let me look.
I can't read, so it's hard to take notes.
So you know that Temperance was made by Cox, the monkey goddess, also known as Hoonbats. And I think basically the only vision you really got from Temperance was like just being made by these like nature followers.
Okay.
Deliverance, you know that there's some sort of prophecy tied to it. Quetzalcoatl made it to, I don't know, you're not entirely sure, but he made it before he died, and it was supposed to be important. Whoever wields it is supposed to be important. That's basically all you really know about the history of those items. And Death's Hood, you haven't really learned anything about like its history, because I mean,
Did I just make it?
you kind of just made it, yeah.
Like I am its history.
You are its history. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Darius just says, I really only know about Yumcox creating the temperance, and I know that there was some sort of prophecy tied in with deliverance, some sort of saving.
All right, so that's
As for the hood,
Mhm.
I mean, there really wasn't any history. It just kind of happened.
barring the fact that you just claimed to create a magic item. So it doesn't sound like you have too much of a. You're too far along in the process of attunement. There should be more have been revealed to you at this point. What can you do with the items so far? Obviously, temperance is a weapon. You can use it to hit people, but is anything else?
With temperance, the only thing that I've been able to figure out is, well, when I first picked it up, I felt resistant to any cold.
Yes, of course.
It kept me warm at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like a blanket.
And I imagine
I
it kept the heat out as well.
It did, for the most part. Eventually, I came to learn that temperance had this sort of wind, I don't know, spell, where it just kind of pushed people back, got them out of my face. Kind of useful.
Yeah, and he goes and like grabs a scroll and kind of like unrolls it and is looking. He's like, all right, yes, I've heard of this sort of thing before with temperance. It has a long, long history. Yes, I believe sometime in the 3rd century. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it here. So, deliverance then? Anything else?
With deliverance, beyond the speed and ability to jump a lot higher than I normally would, I've learned how to cast water walk, and I've learned how to slow my falls like a feather.
Interesting. So continued freedom of movement. Yes, it seems to be consistent with what its purpose is. It's deliverance, after all. All right, so
I'd like, while he's saying this, because I forgot that I had this, I would like to use. Oh no, I have to have. Have I taken the hood? Yeah, I took the hood off, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You want to do the life energy thing?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he probably asks, right? So with Death's Hood, anything in particular that's happened with that? Beyond the fear effect?
There is one other thing that I have kind of picked up more recently. I can sort of tell what people's lives are like.
You can tell what their lives are like. What do you mean?
Yes.
Their hobbies?
No, more like...
They like to crochet.
No, more like how much time they have left.
Interesting. So you can tap into their life energy. Is that what you're telling me, Darius?
That's what it seems.
What do you know about life energy?
Not a lot. I know that it's useful for creating a god of death, and, well, that's about it. When you run out, you die? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that is correct as well. It's the thing that sustains us. A magical energy that is in living creatures, more so in sentient creatures, and it's there to keep us living. The thing is, living creatures, life, has a innate connection to magic in a way that inanimate objects don't.
It's just got very Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
He
says-
specifically.
Even magic items, the reason that they are magical is because they've been imbued with some amount of life energy. This is why the more powerful a magic item is, the more sentient it itself becomes. Artifacts tend to be this way. If they're incredibly powerful, they have a lot of life energy, and sometimes they talk, and they're almost a person in and of themselves. They're not exactly a person. Riot could probably tell you a bit about this. The orb itself, from what I know of it, has quite a few personas living inside of it.
Persona!
Life energy gets trapped inside the orb and becomes images, ghosts of the guardians that once held it. Yeah.
I think Darius just, like, in his head, like, just kind of gets a thought bubble of Calvitas.
Yeah, so he says, so there are a few things we can try, Darius. We can, of course, you can just swing around the temperance, or walk around with the deliverance. Just try things. Of course, that's the trial and error method. That's how you've gotten them to work for you so far. But there are a bit more involved rituals that we could do. I could try to open your mind a little bit to the history of these items. Get you to see back.
And Darius, like, puts up a finger. Opening my mind didn't quite. I've tried that before, and
oh no, nothing like that exactly. This is more of a mental exercise, not a drug.
No. It was it was. I mean, it might as well have been drugs. Let's be honest. No, a celestial owl tried to.
What?
Yeah, I don't know either. There was this owl, and it spoke, and it was sentient, and it was big, and it tried to open my mind, and then I found myself in the Feywild.
Oh.
That Ari at this point is the most normal out of all of you.
It's very true. Somehow.
Until she gets a magic item that speaks to her.
Ari's the only one without a voice in her head. In some way or shape or form.
I mean, Darius doesn't have one anymore.
That's true. You did have one. Who hasn't had a voice in her head at some point. Yeah.
What about Miggy?
Well, I mean, Miggy doesn't count. We're not.
Oh.
We're talking about the players.
Fair. I bet Miggy's voice is in Ari's head fairly often.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know Ari.
What?
I said
Sorry,
maybe.
making
I said
paper airplanes right now.
That's what you two are doing over there. I was wondering why you're just laughing and.
I mean, Emily always makes me laugh. It's just hilarious.
Sorry, guys. I'm distracting.
It's fine.
You should say what you said, though, Jordan. It was funny.
Oh, just that. The only voice that Ari might have in her head would be Miggy's, but I don't know because I'm not Ari.
So entirely wrong.
I can tell you for certain
But
that
she's also
Miggy has
just-
Ari's voice in his head. So.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So he says that.
Darius is enjoying having extra room to think.
Yeah. So he says, I'm sorry. So this is a Fae we're talking about?
Yes.
You had an encounter with a Fae and you transcended. So you just don't want to go there again, exactly. You just don't want to open your mind in that way.
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of worried about going somewhere that I can't come back from again. It's kind of hard to do it more than once. I mean, once is hard enough.
Well, that might actually be something that I can help you with as well, Darius.
Excusez-moi?
Zaman was talking to me about this the other day. He mentioned something about, the difficulties that you've been having, the transcendence there. He didn't mention the owl, but, well, I mean, Zaman's been watching you for some time, all of you. So he has some insights to share. That's why we were so welcome. We just welcomed you with open arms because we all kind of felt like we already knew you in some way, shape, or form. But let's start with the first thing first. Do you want me to help you open your mind to the history of these items, or is there some other approach you would like to try? I promise you, it'll be perfectly safe. I'm very good at what I do.
Insight check.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could.
No, Darius isn't great with insight. He's not very insightful.
He's not very skeptical of people. I feel
It's
like.
also true. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. I think Darius pulls out Temperance and he just stares at it for a moment. You said there is this life force, this life energy inside of these items.
Some amount, yes.
Ooh.
Could I communicate with it?
Communicate as in the same way you would talk with a person? No, not exactly. But I suppose that is in some small way what we're doing when we attune ourselves to the items. It's almost as if getting to know a good friend. At first you're an acquaintance, and then the more you get to know someone, the more you spend time with them, you get to know them more and more, learn their personal history, learn what makes them tick, and maybe you work together better as a result.
I think Darius looks and like
Wow.
sees.
Now we're mixing up Darius and Ari.
No. There's a reason. for this, 'cause
Arius.
I'm about to. Oh my gosh! Stop.
That would be our ship name if we were shipped together.
Just don't even. Or Dari. No, stop, Jordan.
No.
I was gonna say Darius, like, you see like a reflection of in the obsidian, but instead of like a picture of Darius, you see like a picture of Ari, because that like he's kind of thinking because of the personal history thing and getting to know
Of course,
somebody.
yeah.
And he says, "Let's do that."
So you want to try to
Seems-
connect with the life energy, connect with your item more. I don't know of a process offhand to do this, but Darius, the thing is, like, you know yourself a way you could do this. Like, you could put on Death's Hood
Yeah.
and try to connect with your items that way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Darius just goes, "I think I know the way," and he takes the hood and
pull the
throws
hood
it up.
Yeah.
So is there like any activation sequence to using this or something?
Yeah, you have to say 3, 2, 1. No. Blast
Step left,
off.
swipe,
You think
Step
Darius can count?
forward,
Fair.
Back, step forward, step back.
Yeah. It's a Dance Revolution, guys.
See, I was thinking something like a Sailor Moon transformation.
Yeah, you can have that too. Magical girl transformation sequence.
Like that's
Oh
what
my
happens
gosh.
whenever Darius puts
Oh
on the
no.
hood.
Yeah, every
goes
time
to
Darius
Sailor
puts on the
Moon.
hood, has a magical girl transformation sequence into the Reaper. That's
No, I was-
terrifying. I don't
it's
want
funny-
that.
It's funny that you say that,
I-
Caleb. It's funny that you say that, Caleb, because I had an idea of something that
Oh my. Oh,
maybe you
oh
could do
boy.
later.
Oh boy.
I
Um,
really have you.
Yeah, so Darius, it was a charisma check, right? That we had you do before. So let's have you make a charisma check.
Charisma check or save?
Check.
Check,
I know
check,
charisma
check,
saves
check.
are your best thing, but you cannot make that. Sorry.
Okay. Check out my charisma. Oh, I'll take it.
24.
Nice.
Nice. Double 19s. Nice job.
Wow.
You know what's funnier than 24?
25. Yesterday was the 20-year anniversary of SpongeBob. Did you guys know that?
Oh,
I'm
that's what you
older
guys
than
were quoting?
SpongeBob, and
Yeah.
that disturbs me. I'm having like a midlife crisis right now.
I hope it's not a midlife crisis. You're living a short life.
I mean, there have been worse lives.
Who's the
Huh?
youngest?
Jordan.
Jordan's
Me?
the youngest.
Jordan's the
Don't say
youngest, yeah.
that.
I'm the baby.
Yep. So yeah, I think you connect with temperance is what you're trying to do specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what I think you do, Darius? You hear like a really small voice. You just hear like hello? Is anyone there?
I'm here. I hear you.
Who are you? You seem familiar.
My name is Darius. I'm a friend.
Darius.
Do it.
Darius. I feel like I should know that name. feel sleepy. Like I've been... I am. What is my name?
I know it.
I want to say it's Willow.
Caleb changed his voice to Willow.
I know.
To the Willow voice filter.
You got a track for it, Jordan.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I think Daria starts whistling "Row, row, row your boat."
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes!
And it says, that sounds familiar too. Why does that sound familiar?
It's good to see you again, Willow. At least, that is the name that we've been giving you.
Willow? Willow. Does that's my name? Are you sure? It doesn't feel quite right somehow.
Perhaps you know your name better than we do.
That's what you called me, isn't it?
And that is...
But that's not my name.
I'm sure he called you something else.
I think he did. And I think she did too. I've forgotten a lot of times. But I think I'm finally home. Where I'm supposed to be. I think Ketz sent me here. I think he did. They're all working together again. From the grave, even. Hi, Darius. My name is Temperance.
Oh.
It's good to speak to you, Temperance.
And I think we get a shot of a far away place. An old shrine with an idol, a golden eagle idol, sitting on a ledge. And we see the shell of an empty construct just kind of laying there. And I think we see the stones beneath it start to crack. And then suddenly the floor comes up and there's flesh underneath.
Oh,
And the flesh
crap.
starts to engulf the shrine. And it's just like a wave of just... And it just like destroys everything, just rips into everything, and engulfs it all.
Is this technically happening before the thing with Adeline and all of them?
No, this is probably happening about the same, like, real time.
Gosh.
Actually, that's good for us.
Yeah, and I think... Yeah, we get a shot back at we see the Forsaken Shrine be destroyed.
Forsaken.
Yeah, be forsaken. Yeah, it's destroyed. And we go back to Darius, and yeah, it seems like Willow has found a new home in Temperance. Or maybe she was Temperance all along. And she only now realized.
Ba, ba, ba. I'm down with it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think she says, yeah. Yes. I think he sent me. I think they all did. It's good to be working with you again, though.
It's good to talk to you again. Willow.
I think my body's gone. I tried. I tried really hard to protect
I mean,
it.
you're a will-o-wisp. I thought your body was gone a long time ago. If you had one. I mean, you're also a sword, so I mean, I don't know how that works.
I think it's different for me than it would be for you. You came back, basically in the same sort of body. You're attuned to it. Your soul and your body are one, really. I'm curious how they did it. How did they get you a new body when it's really the same? Curious. Curious and curiouser. But I think I'm different. I can jump around if I need to. I think my memories were gone. Really gone. In that form. I've been broken too many times. But I think what's left of me found its way here.
Maybe we can get some of your memories back.
I can remember most things. Unfortunately, not the important ones. Not the things that could help you. I remember who I am, who you are, what we're doing. And I remember that I'm scared. But I don't know why.
Temperance, we have a great task on our shoulders. I have a great task on my shoulders.
I know.
I'm going to need your help.
I know. I'll try.
I know you will.
So if the song isn't about boats or dreams, what is it about?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that.
And do we just fade
Yeah,
away
we
from
just
it?
fade,
Yeah, of course
yeah.
we do, yeah.
The sweetest question.
Like, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my god, no, I'm not gonna.
All
Nope.
this because we befriended a will-o-wisp at the very first season.
Sure.
Beautiful.
So, basically what you've figured out, Darius, is that, I mean, I think you've unlocked something new that Temperance can do.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas of what that might be? So basically what really has happened is you've awakened Temperance as a sentient magic item. So let me actually look real quick in the rules here and see if there's any particular effects that like come from just that.
I mean, the ability to speak into people's minds or something would be pretty cool.
That's true.
That might be a bit much. I don't think them speaking has any inherent like ability unless it speaks to certain things.
Ooh, this is kind of cool.
Well, it is Temperance,
Jordan.
so...
Jordan, would you mind rolling a couple of things for me? Roll a d100.
Okay, phone, you're gonna camp over there for now because you're making electrostatic-y noises and I don't like that. 51.
51.
He's like so triumphant. He doesn't even know what it means.
So, Darius, I think, let me, wait a second. Okay, I didn't actually look at the table too closely before I had you roll on that.
What demon possesses you? It's an
No.
old friend.
No, so it was basically like rolling. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. No, so it was like how the thing communicates. But we've already just established that it can communicate telepathically with your mind. So I'm just gonna choose that option. Roll a d4 for me.
Out of curiosity, what was the thing that I rolled?
The item communicates by transmitting emotion to the creature carrying or wielding it. But we've already established that that she can talk.
See, that would be like the opposite of what was happening with Raya.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna give you this too, because Willow/Temperance is gonna transmit this to you, by like warning you if there is anything in this range. But Temperance can hear and have dark vision out to 120 feet. So Temperance now basically grants you that by proxy because she's gonna like tell you, right, if something appears in that range.
I'm just gonna write that down as advanced dark vision.
Yeah.
You said 120 feet.
120, yeah. And then roll a d10 for me. 7. Okay, cool. I won't share what that was. Interesting.
Look, they just want to have secrets from everyone. It's fine.
One more thing. No. 2 more things. Do 2 more D100 rolls, and then that'll be it. So 7, or sorry,
30?
30 and 82. Okay. So 82.
Which was the first one I rolled, apparently.
82. No, that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
I was gonna say that it would be one thing that would be cool is if it went from a +1 to a +2, but I'm not gonna push it.
While attuned to the artifact, you can't be charmed or frightened.
Frick yeah!
That actually is kind of fitting.
I think it really is, right? This is Temperance herself, right? Like giving you the strength to like resist these things.
Okay, so can't be charmed or frightened.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say that like that is like your will? Would that be a will?
What do you mean?
Like not being able to be charmed or frightened, would that affect your will or something?
Will as in like wisdom?
Yeah. Well, wisdom would work, yeah. But I mean,
what do you just like as a name for what this is?
like, I'm naming it tempered will is my thought.
Yep.
Cool.
That sounds good to me. And there's gonna be one downside to this, but I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Darius only has 1 hit point for the rest of the campaign.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. No.
That's why he's getting this.
So if he gets hit at all, it's an insta-kill.
Wait, Jordan didn't hear about his special armor that's waiting for him.
Oh, that's true.
I got you special armor, Jordan, that might explode.
Shiny armor. No, you guys are going to get that reference.
You're right, I don't.
Did any of you watch Power Rangers growing up? Specifically
Not really.
looking at Caleb at this point. Dang it!
Sorry.
I did, but that's not...
I watched the Dinosaur Power Rangers. That was it. That's all I watched.
Okay.
I was obsessed with that one.
Were you saying something about it, Em?
I watched it before, but not like...
Okay.
I was a very casual watcher.
I'm not going to send anybody Parody Rangers then.
None of these make any sense. So
Sounds like Google AdSense.
You made that joke last week, didn't you?
I might just ignore this for now. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Maybe there's no ill effect until I think of it.
I mean, it would be nice considering I rolled a 24.
It's true. But it becomes an artifact. Temperance became an artifact, so things happen. Like it becomes more important.
Yeah.
It wasn't an artifact already?
No, it was just a regular magic item. The orb is the only artifact we've come across in the game, except for now Temperance.
Okay, so apparently I'm getting like super armor or something.
Yeah, so maybe we do that next, right? Like maybe we figure that out next.
Well, they said it would take a couple days.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah, Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wipe the butter off my fingers.
Okay, sure.
All right. Don't
let me
need
double
Seth to be a
check
Butterfingers.
real quick.
Don't need him to drop those rolls.
My notes real quick.
I mean, I was just gonna tell Darius, hey, like, I might have gotten you some armor.
Yeah, maybe let's just have that conversation. Like, so you tell him that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there were a couple like conversations that you wanted to have or something, right?
Yeah, maybe this would be a good time to have Ari and Darius conversation about switching sides.
Yeah, I want to tell him I want to do that in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Still the same day, for crying out loud. So
Mm-hmm.
I just tell him in the morning. I think you and I should talk with Raya and Toity also.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So cool. I think that happens, and then I think let's do this.
Did me and
quick.
Darius read today?
No, you want to make that roll?
Yeah.
Can I also work on the thing?
Let's
Say
read.
it's
Wait.
no, I think you did it in the morning.
I don't know, but we can. I don't know if I did or not.
No, you didn't do it today.
Okay.
Wait a second. I don't have
This
the,
is like this has to be the next day now. Like you guys had that meeting in the evening. Like there's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But
Right,
but
so-
it happened right after. Like I thought the things happened like right afterwards.
Yeah, I thought it was.
some of I guess they all did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I have no clue if I read with him that morning or it wasn't.
Let's just say it's the next day.
Okay, we're gonna do some morning reading
Yeah,
work.
go ahead, do it.
Boop.
Oh, nice,
Ouch.
6. I didn't
Zero
work.
health as
Hey,
No
she's, that's she's
Yeah, no problem.
taking it off of Darius's intelligence today.
I'm really not good at
I had a
this.
couple like I want to talk to Raya about maybe messaging Samuel in the
Mhm.
morning,
We'll
like
talk
first
about it.
thing.
We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So one thing I do
You-
I want to say is that maybe Toity and Miggy had the conversation about the plan like in the morning of today instead of last night, because I think that makes more sense for like the timeline of like, because Miggy would have gone straight from there to talk to you, Ari, but it's also would have been the middle of the night.
And that makes more sense.
Doesn't it make more sense? Yeah.
That makes more sense for other things. Yeah.
Given your other thing, yeah, exactly. I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can have this conversation in the morning. Go ahead.
Hi Raya. I think she's just like really awkward and she's just like how did things go last night?
I just kind of like pull out the bag of drugs that he gave me and I just kind of go, don't throw these away. They're for orb things.
Can I roll insight to see if I believe her?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I believe. I'm just like, I'm like a little skeptic still, but I'm just like,
21.
Well, because you can tell that I'm like kind of telling the truth that it is for orb things, but they're also definitely still drugs.
yeah. That's why I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I like lift, like, I'm like, oh, I don't like that,
Did you-
but okay.
Did you feel at all that the entire place? Did the entire place shake last night?
I don't know. I was outside last night.
Oh. Because if you felt, it was me. If you felt it shake, I
Raya,
was
can
super
I
strong.
ask you to do something for me, please? You can tell she's like really, like she's like looking down, not looking at you at all.
Okay. Is this something like not allowed? Why are you nervous?
Can you message Samuel for me, please?
Okay. What do you want me to say?
I know exactly what I want you to say because I wrote it down 3 weeks ago. But yeah, she just basically is like, I think I need to make the first move. Let's just say, last conversation I really had with him, he walked away pretty angry with me.
Turns out both of the men in your life that just happened.
I know, and I think that's the triggering thing for her. She's like, I need to fix this. Like, and then she knows like Samuel, you know, it's been a couple years. Like, I'm sure he's probably not still like angry about it, but she's like, maybe he's waiting for me to like.
I mean, I just kind of
apologize.
say, he didn't seem angry when we talked about you.
I think I just need to say some things to him, if that's okay. I'm trusting you with this information. She says, just tell him, Ari says, I should have made that promise to you. I miss you so much. I have so many questions and I need to see you. It's exactly 25 words.
Nice.
And I just clarify, you say you should have made that promise, correct?
Yes, it says, I should have made that promise to you.
Okay. I cast sending.
Mm-hmm.
To Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Ari says,
Oh,
I
Samuel, with
should
love.
have made that promise to you. I've missed you so much. I have so many questions. I need to see you.
Technically, that's 2 words too many.
No, it's not.
Ari
Well, 'cause-
says.
With
Ari says.
No, I included that in my message.
Oh, okay.
When I wrote it out, I was like, Ari says
Okay.
is included in 25.
I didn't count.
I did. I think I counted should have as one word, but I might have miscounted something else.
I mean, yeah, it'd
But
be easy
I
to just
counted
be should have.
25.
Yeah. Okay, so Samuel sends back. Honestly, just Ari, make a persuasion check. Like,
Why do I have to?
because you're the one who wrote the words.
Aw, but I'm
That's
not
how that
gonna-
works. Raya can't make this for you. She's just the messenger.
Raya is trying
Well,
to
then what
persuade
if-
Samuel that it's Ari
Oh,
talking.
If I knew I was gonna have to make some kind of roll.
And this isn't like if you fail, like he's just gonna be like, "I hate you forever." It's just like, how does it come across?
Yeah, you should have made that
Wait,
promise.
but no, shouldn't I make
But
the roll?
she's the one doing the tone.
You know what I'll say. Ari, make a roll with advantage because Raya's helping you by delivering the message.
Okay.
Maybe
Because I
she
assume
should be
you're not
wearing-
just gonna sabotage this, right, Raya?
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying with as much emotion as Ari has.
But even with advantage, it's still pretty bad. Okay, let's see here.
Yep, it is. Very true.
You're correct.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Double 8.
Double
Wow.
8s. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so Samuel messages back and says, Tell Ari I'm sorry for not getting in touch with her sooner, but I have some things to work out for myself right now.
What?
And then we find out Samuel's married and has a family. He has 3 kids.
Probably. Actually, it's fine with me. It's whatever.
He married the only survivor from the village.
So Samuel says that he's sorry for not getting in touch sooner, but he has some things to work out right now. He's definitely saying it's not you, it's him. That's not part of his message. That's my interpretation of his message. I'm sorry. Should have directly just said his message. I forget I said that. I'm not a part of this. I'm just the messenger.
Oh my gosh.
Raya, the matchmaker.
I'm trying to think. She's like, gosh dang it, I knew I'd want to message him more. But I don't want to like use up all your spells. And I know you won't want to use up all your spells.
Excuse me, I'm all for texting guys.
I know, but I think she's just like looks at you like you could see like she wants to like ask you more, but she's like, maybe I shouldn't. Like especially if like that's what his response is. Can you ask
And
him?
then Raya plays Wing Woman and just messages him back anyway.
Can you ask him one more thing for me? I swear this will be it.
Sure.
Can you just ask him? Can you ask him if he missed me?
I cast sending. To Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And say, did you miss her? That's all. And just kind of add it, and that's what Ari wanted to ask you.
Under your breath.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And by her, I mean Ari.
Yeah.
Did you miss her?
I'm wondering how he would respond with an 8 persuasion.
does that carry?
It does. It does indeed.
Ouch.
Sucks.
Maybe
She has
he
to roll
doesn't know.
persuasion every time she talks to Sabu.
What?
No,
maybe
but
he
you were apologizing for something you
Okay,
did.
but also
I wasn't really apologizing. I was just making a statement.
I pretty much have to roll persuasion with Sabu a lot.
I mean, you do, but I mean, like, sometimes you could just have a conversation with him, and then at the end, you're like, I want to be flirty, and see how that comes across.
So he says,
Would he maybe just shut down the conversation?
because I know how he feels, but I'm trying to think of how much he reveals.
Oh my gosh,
about
I
it.
totally want to insight check him once he says his answer.
Yeah.
And then scry on him after?
Okay, so he's gonna message back and say, I missed everyone who died that day. Want to insight that, Sekka?
Yeah, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Died that day. What does he mean by this, though? I just need to know.
He's
19.
definitely doing one of those things where he's trying to downplay how much he specifically missed Ari, but he just is just like, but I missed everybody who died. Like, but yeah, you can see right through that.
So I just kind of like look at Ari and I go, do you want me to just say exactly what he said, or would it
Exactly what he said.
He said, I missed everyone who died that day. But he definitely missed you more. And I can
didn't
tell.
say that.
But
It's
I
fine.
can tell. I want to persuade her.
You want to persuade her
here
that
comes
you
this
can
persuasion.
read
Yes.
Samuel's mind, basically.
Yes, because I could tell that he really missed you more. I'm good with these things.
Okay, yeah.
Try.
Oh!
24. Nice job.
Seriously? You rolled a 19? Oh my goodness.
He definitely missed you more, though, Ari.
I think Ari like smirks a little bit, but then she's like, but he didn't actually say that. Like, but she knows, like, she understands. Like,
He said it with his heart, Ari.
I love this conversation so much.
thank you, Raya. Thank you. I think we need to talk to Darius and Tweety.
Okay, but also, like, maybe I'm going to see Sabu's ways. Let me see where I left it with Sabu if I need to, backtrack. Definitely.
Well, would you message him in the morning, though? Because you guys have a set time at night.
Yeah, but not after. We didn't leave it so hot last time.
We didn't leave it so hot last time.
Last time.
Would you maybe just try scrying on him first, see what he's doing?
No, I just want to message. Look.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
Like, hey, so I see you're still in bed. Are you feeling okay? I don't even know what to say to him because he just doesn't even want to talk to me at all.
Make him dangle a little bit, girlfriend. Like, I know you're desperate, but come on. Go it all the time.
Okay.
Off eventually. If it hasn't already.
Okay, I guess we can just
Caleb,
go
is this why you hide Carly from them? Not Carly. What's her name?
Anna?
Anna. Is this why you hide Anna from them? You don't hide Anna from Emily. You can't.
I can't hide anyone from Emily.
I know.
Except for Sabu.
It's true. I do have the power to hide Sabu.
Okay, yeah. So I want to talk to Toity and
Okay, we
Darius.
can go talk.
But I
about
guess
it.
this would happen after your guys' conversation because Toity didn't know anything. So
Yeah, so I think the very next thing that happens, Ari, is I think like right as you were like saying that to Raya, you're like, we should get the gang together and like have a conversation about this. Where are you guys in the room, like the block of rooms that you guys chill?
We're in my.
Okay. Yeah, you hear someone enter the block of rooms there, and you just hear Miggy say, Ari, and then you hear, do you respond immediately?
I don't think so. I think she just looks up at him.
No. He like because there's like separate rooms here, so he walks in the first block, like part of the block. You guys are probably in like a separate part, and he just says Ari, like calling out like to see if you're in the block of rooms. Do you respond immediately?
No, I don't.
So you just kind of like are like oh.
I mean, I don't know if she's like that. I think she's just like. I don't know. I think she's just like.
You just pause momentarily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you hear a light like rustle of something, like you hear him pick up something maybe, and then we see Miggy like has just grabbed the letter that you put on his like bedroll or whatever, right? And he's just like.
You didn't see that last night?
I was gonna say
he spent all night just like off doing something else. He was like being eaten up by stuff.
not literally though, so that's lucky.
Yeah. So he finally sees this and he like opens it up, and we see him just like read it. And if you don't say anything, like he's just gonna like sit there and read it because he called out and like no one answered. But yeah, he's silent. You don't hear him say it again.
I guess she's just like, I'll be right back. I'll go. I'll leave you because you said you wanted to message Sabu, right? So I'm like, I'm just like, I'll give you some privacy. I'll be right back. Because I'm assuming she wouldn't have a conversation with me there.
No, but I have to figure out what I'm gonna say to Sabu.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So I guess she just goes next door.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And he
just,
like looks
kinda
up from.
Watches and she's like, yeah, just call for me.
Yeah. You wrote this? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you'd come back to the room last night. I guess not.
I'm sorry. I just kind of took a walk. I thought about a lot of things, and I just had a conversation with Toity, and I realize now that I have been the worst sort of person to you. We're all just making this up as we go along, and I'm really sorry. I know that you're just trying to think of what's best for next. That you're just trying to roll with the punches. Just we're figuring it out as we go along. That's what this whole thing has been about. And I overreacted, and I'm an idiot. So, apology not accepted because it's not needed. And he just throws the letter.
Just goes up to him, gives him a quick kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still think I needed to apologize. I think we both didn't handle the situation very well.
Okay.
I want you to know that this isn't just a whim, Mickey. Before my father left to go try to exchange his life for someone's friend, he made me make him a promise that I'd protect the village no matter what, when I became chief. And I thought I was released from that when everybody in the village died. And now Samuel's here.
But now he's here and there's still a promise. I get it.
Otherwise, my father died for nothing.
By my life and my honor, Ari, I will ensure that that does not happen.
Thank you.
Of course.
I love you.
I love you too. And by the way, you're really cute when you're angry. He just like smirks.
She just smiles.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
Oh, believe me, if I didn't think so, but it... Yeah, he just kind of laughs about it.
We're gonna tell Toity and Darius today.
Okay. Toity was all for it. I mentioned it to him, but of course he didn't really care for
Good.
Lord Navarro in the first place, so...
Okay, well, it's good to know. I had a feeling. I mean, Toity's a good person, but I know he doesn't care too much about Navarro.
No.
It's really Darius I'm more concerned about. Darius is a loyal puppy. And I know he cares more about us than about Navarro, but, you know, still, after the way you reacted, I'm not so sure anymore. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling? I wanted to make sure you knew what was going on. It's a lot to take
Oh,
in.
about the whole we're gonna kill a god thing?
Not killing a god, or killing somebody
Well, I mean...
who's powerful, sure.
Yeah.
Darius already did that. He'll be fine.
Inadvertently, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, Miggy just kind of like... I don't know, seems a little exasperated, and he's just like... Toity said we're rolling with the punches, so I guess that's what we're doing, but... it seems ridiculous, I'm gonna be honest. But, I've seen you all do pretty ridiculous things before, so... I'm not gonna... I'm gonna stand by you, of course. Even if we lose, we'll do it together, so...
Together.
He like reaches down and holds your hand.
Oh.
Lords. Thanks, Toity, for persuading him that he was an idiot. Appreciate it.
And only the way that Toity can.
By ridicule.
Yep.
Yeah.
By mockery.
Was it vicious?
Oh, you know it.
Not quite, but...
I'd say it was pretty vicious.
Well, I know, but I wasn't actually...
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Sure.
Let's be honest. The spell would have been much better.
I feel like I should have had you make a persuasion roll
Mm.
at some point.
Yeah,
in
probably.
There. Or where, because... Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I mean... Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I should have...
I'm just gonna make a roll,
Okay.
and we'll just see if it happens to work out nicely.
Yeah.
16.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That would have been fine.
Yeah, that sounds about how that went. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, Mickey's always been really good with persuasion, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Especially with Ari.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
So, y'all want to have a conversation about the next thing?
Wait, am I gonna be able
Oh, yeah,
to talk?
Sabu. Yeah.
Say boo.
Say boo.
I hear it.
That is going to be a silly songs with Darius.
Oh, it totally is.
So
You're
after,
saying like it wasn't already.
Say boo.
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you are going to do Junior in every one of these songs now.
Okay, so after sitting in my room and pondering how I'm going to open up this line of
You're probably just hearing the whole conversation in the other room between Ari and Miggy, though, too.
So I'm like slightly distracted, but able to focus enough to get what I think will be a safe, coherent talking message to Sabu to open up those doors again. So I cast sending to Sabu, and I just say, I'm sorry for how I ended our last conversation. I don't mean to overstep bounds. Since we can't talk about talk jobs, tell me about your life.
Make that persuasion check, girl.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
24. Nice job.
God.
Everybody's rolling 24s tonight. It's kind of nice.
So remind me again, the way that it just kind of left was like you try to get information, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't."
Say that I was saying, like I was asking where they were landing and how we were going to meet up, and he was like, I have an obligation.
It'll
I
be
can't-
like coincidence.
Yeah, I can't give you info. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll share that disappointing info with Ari. And like was sassy about it. So, you know, it's always good to just start out with an apology and go from there.
Yeah, so I think you get a message back. And Sabu says, "Not a problem. I don't think less of you." And then he says, "What do you want to know?" And he specifically does the like wanna instead of want to.
Ooh, okay. That says a lot.
And it's honestly, it's probably even like WHADYA. What do you want to know? Like, it's very like casual. And if he could do a winky face at the end of it, he probably would.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this worked. But I don't know where to go from here. Oh gosh, I don't know what I want to know. I know everything. Oh my gosh. Right, I just like, I wish there was somebody else to talk to right now, but I feel like I can't talk to Ari about this.
I mean, you can. I just might not be the best girlfriend ever.
You're off talking with Miggy about how your lives are just like, you just love each other, and it's just, I'm not yet in that place with my man, and so it's just hard
Poor
to see
Raya.
it.
We're probably like making out, like kissing, and you know, like
Yeah.
make up. And
Like
whatnot.
I just like peek out my room to see if I can like see if I just like flirtily say everything, if that would like be coming out too strong. If I peek out the door, are you guys like making out?
I don't think so. I'm just.
I mean,
kidding.
yeah, probably not. I mean, it was a little bit more serious of a conversation,
Yeah.
but
Okay, so
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what Miggy and Ari are doing, but
if I peek out
Probably
the
just
door, are
holding
you guys
hands
out
and
there?
talking.
yeah, sure.
Playing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, right,
I
of
guess
course.
I guess I would ask both of you.
You bring it up to Darius.
Miggy's the guy, so he would be able to be like, is this too forward and ridiculous? I just kind of
It's
go walk out and I just go, I think Sabu is flirting with me and I want to back, but I don't know. He said, okay, so
Does Mickey know that Sabu's alive? I think he does, right?
I don't think he even
But does
knows
he
who
know
Sabu
that-
is.
Talking to him?
I don't think he knows anything about this whole situation. So he's literally so confused right now.
I just kind of go, okay, so if So I asked.
Ari's just kind of like smiling, like looking back and forth between the two.
I just kind of like am looking at the ground, and I'm just like, okay. So I got him to the topic of just saying like, tell me about your life, and then he said back like, what do you want to know? Kind of like that, like him, like, oh, what do you want to know? But so like, I feel like can I say like everything? Is that too? That's too
No,
much.
you can't say
that's
everything.
Too much.
There's no way, right?
What? Now it's been so long.
Quick question though, before we get into who's Sabu?
Don't worry about it, Nikki.
What? Maybe is that too much? What would be a good response?
Who's Sabu?
You're
Who's Sabu?
He doesn't.
You haven't told him that's a boo?
Sabu, my boy, the one who like kind of died, but he doesn't know who I am anymore, and he's coming here, kind of.
So question real quick for me as Caleb. So I know that Miggy was definitely aware of like that you had to like something horrible happened to you. Did he know that like?
I said to him, she had to give up the thing that was most important to her. And you were like, well, what is that? And I'm like, that's not for me to tell.
Okay, yeah, okay. So he stops you and he's like, wait. So is Sabu the person? He looks at you, Ari, like that the thing that you were.
Ari just kind of like
with the tears.
Was like, you want him to know this?
What?
Sabu is who you lost.
Oh, yes, but he's not actually dead apparently. So he's gonna be coming here, but he doesn't know who I am anymore. So I'm starting from ground zero, and
he's gonna be. He looks at you, Ari. Is he with Samuel?
That's kind of why she knows that he's alive a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
So
okay, that makes sense.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm trying to get us back to like where we were.
So he lost all his memories, so that was what you had to give up, like his memories. So he doesn't know you anymore. But you guys were kind of a thing, but not really a thing.
Yeah. Look, I know
did your families hate each other?
Wait, how did you know that?
Same situation. I was in that.
Oh, okay. So, but I just kind of am like, I just need to know, and now it's been like 10 minutes, and oh my gosh,
You've been waiting for 10 minutes to respond to that?
I don't know what to say, and I think that I'm glad I asked you guys, because what I was gonna say, I guess, would have come on too strong, but he says, no, why do you want to know? And I don't.
But wait, okay, how does the magic work exactly? Can you see his face when he says that? Did he go like this? Did he say, what do you want to know? Or was it just like all in the tone?
It was in the tone.
Okay.
He didn't say, what do you want to know?
He said, what do you want to know?
He said, what do you want to know?
That's different. That is different.
Right. So what do I say back?
What would
sound not creepy to you?
I'm gonna have Miggy make an insight check to figure out what would be the perfect thing to say.
Can I assist him, or can Ari assist him?
I don't know any.
Ari certainly can assist him, but yeah, you can assist him, right? He can do this with advantage. 24.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he says, "I've got it. This is what you say." Ask him what his favorite memory is. What's the thing that he like that most like impacted him? Like what's the thing that you like telling people about yourself? Something along those lines, right? Like get people out talking about themselves. So don't just say everything, but give him a good reason to talk about the thing that matters to him most.
Okay. Be quiet for a second.
Okay.
I cast it.
Okay.
And I just kind of go.
I would love if sending worked like a phone call, and so if someone else in the room starts saying something, it just like comes into the sending. So like it takes up words. That would be hilarious.
So I go, what's your favorite memory?
Yeah, and because of Mickey's insight, you hit just the right note. And Cebu sends back, I'm trying to think of, because Cebu's actual favorite memories would be all the memories he shared with you, but he doesn't remember those memories.
How does that be ever replaced with other stuff?
So that's what I'm wondering, is if like all of those things he imagined.
It's replaced with the girl.
That's what he does. That's what he tells you. Yes. Okay. So he starts to describe the intimate moment. No. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that one. No. He describes how as a kid he always used to run out to like the garden of this girl's estate that he really liked. But he says the name. And it's the girl that you like were a rival with, right? And he says like at the end of the message. Mm-hmm. He says, right, that name. Do you know her? Like, does that name ring a bell? Because supposedly you're part of that family, the family.
I just like he says that, and then like they just see my face fall and like kind of like.
How did it go?
Raya?
His memories are. He said something that happened with me, but they didn't happen with me anymore.
Who did they happen with?
Just someone that we know.
So
Insight check.
Yeah, you want him to roll an insight check?
Yeah, I do.
I think Mickey wants to too.
Oh, nope. I don't get this at all.
Oh, wow.
It's
Crit. Failure. 6. 17 for Miggy. Okay, so I think Miggy looks at you and he says,
just like,
that was, it was the girl that rivals.
I was just like looking back and forth, like so confused.
I love how Miggy is just like totally getting all of this. Like,
He's read all those romance novels.
yes, he has. Oh, I've seen this coming.
I just kind of go, yeah, and if he was in love with me after all those memories, wouldn't he be in love with her now?
Oh, that's not good.
Yes.
Question, Raya. Were they technically betrothed at any point? Like officially?
Not officially.
But their families really wanted them to get together?
I don't say anything. I just like.
How long was he in Spain or Portugal or whatever before he went on the voyage? What's the time period between losing his memories and going on the voyage?
Losing his memories and going on the voyage was only. I don't know because I don't know when
time. I mean, considering how long, like the 5 weeks of sea travel.
Yeah, it's been like a month and a half.
Yeah, so
something like that.
No, he wasn't in Spain at all.
Well, he was in Spain when. Well, no, he would have been. Yeah, because there was some time has passed between when he was in Spain and you talked to him, and then so he must have already been in Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah.
When this happened, he's like, okay, well that's good then, because I mean, if he had gone back, like that could have been bad. But I think you're safe. I think even if he has fond memories of this girl, they're not official, which means there's still a chance. Especially Raya, no, think about this. Especially if he went on the sea voyage anyway. He doesn't. Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows there's something wrong.
So he asked if I know her, but
Well, do you? You do, right?
and she's everything that I'm not.
So she's ugly and not talented.
I was gonna say Ari's like, so she's stuck.
So she's what?
Yeah, so I think Mickey and Ari just start like bouncing back and forth, just like building up your self-esteem by saying, "Oh, so she's the worst." And can Mickey make a persuasion check with advantage to try to cheer you up?
Trying to work towards his goal.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly,
right.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
20.
Nice.
I just kind of like, I don't. Okay. I just need to try and say that I know her, but not let any feeling into that.
Mm-hmm. But maybe there's a way that you can say it that would hint to him that you're wondering if they're a thing, like now. And I bet I tell you, Raya, if he is at all interested in you, he will immediately clarify himself and say, "Oh no, we're not a thing. We're not a thing. Don't worry. Don't worry."
I say, oh, I think I remember her. How is she doing now?
Perfect. Oh, I love that, Raya. So good.
Ari's just like,
I cast ending and say, oh, yes. I think I remember her. How is she doing now?
I feel like there should be a roll here, but I don't know if they just make another persuasion check.
Maybe deception.
Yeah, you're trying to be a little sneaky here.
but with advantage because Mickey
With advantage,
helped,
yeah,
right?
Mickey's helping. Here we go.
Oh my god!
Crit success, 21!
Nice.
Oh man, it's a good thing you had advantage.
Oh, good.
Oh man.
Yeah, it would have been a 4 without advantage.
So Sabu
Shout out to Miggy for his advice.
sends back. Sabu sends back. I think she's doing well, but I haven't been in touch with her for some time. I think I'm trying to think of the way he would close that. Things aren't the same between us anymore. I love how
And,
many
like,
pieces of this conversation are.
Like Ari and Miggy just see me, my face like kind of light up a little and be like, I think I'm not sure.
Ari's just like nods, like nice.
Miggy just says yes.
Feel like we're like this sounds like a high school like anime now or something
Yeah.
like that.
Jordan did say it was an anime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's that.
So then I guess because I want to keep messaging him when we're on this like good track, but I only have I have 2 more spell stuff. So we don't have to go through it, but I want to kind of like go now, like change subject, go on a path of now asking him like, what do you like to tell people about yourself?
Okay. Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have a pleasant conversation, and you get to relearn things about him that you've always known, right? Like it's the obvious stuff, and I think there's even maybe a bit of it where you're like, he tells you something, and it's technically true, and this is like something he's always said, but like
But he's
that
100% trying to make himself look better.
Not really. He's trying to downplay himself, right? Yeah, right. He says, "Well, I've always really enjoyed. I'm trying to think of like a hobby that you would have. I've always really enjoyed like painting. I've always really enjoyed painting, but I'm not really that good at it." And Raya, you're like, "No, you're so good at it. You're so good at it. What are you saying?" Yeah.
Oh.
Those sorts of things.
Wow, this went from really bad to not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. Thank goodness for Mickey, because Ari would have been like,
Sorry. Yeah.
that sucks.
So real quick, Carly messaged her internet's being weird, so she can't be in chat, but she's watching, and she messaged me on Facebook and said, "Raya has so many wing people, she may just fly away." So good.
Cool. I just took away all my high level spells because I'm assuming they're
And now a giant monster breaks in from the ceiling and attacks you all. No.
fine. I'll die a happy.
That's true. That's true. So, do we want to have that team meeting?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cut to team meeting.
Apparently Darius is the only one that doesn't know right
Yep.
now.
Pretty much.
Awesome.
Darius doesn't know what.
He walks in and just
So, no, yeah, the conversation has been, like, Toity had come in earlier, and Ari was, like, literally just saying that. Like, so Darius is the only one who doesn't know now, and then Darius walks in and says that, yeah.
Oh, hi Darius.
Hello.
We need to talk.
Okay, we have begun.
And she just kind of goes, Toity, Raya, you guys say stuff because I don't think I'll explain it right.
So Darius, you know how you don't like snakes?
Yes. There isn't a snake in no, and like he pulls out Temperance. Like, where is it?
No, calm down. Well, would you like to go kill one?
I mean, Darius was there for that meeting. He knows
Wait.
that.
No, we're talking about the whole
We're talking about
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
oversight. I'm like,
Changing
I
sides.
forgot. I had to explain that to
Getting the
Miggy,
more-
not
Yes, you
Darius.
did, yeah.
Okay. So okay. How did Tony bring that up then?
So we're not really like with Lord Navarro anymore.
Darius just like stares blankly and just blinks a couple times.
We're kind of like on the side of like saving the world and not killing our family and prospective boyfriends.
Ari kind of like frowns at that. It's just like,
Miggy also frowns at that. What?
What? No, I'm saying like, just like in general, like we don't want anybody killing prospective boyfriends. For me, like my prospective boyfriend.
you said boyfriends.
It's what? Sorry. Family like
I think Darius just
This
kind of
thing is
puts up a finger and says, "Hold on. Navarro's side."
yeah, he wants to.
Well, there's another lord coming to this mainland.
Okay.
Brian and I know two of the people on that mission.
Okay.
And so Raya has done some scrying on the camp, and essentially they're kind of doomed. And Navarro threatened to kill somebody that Raya cares about, and so we want to switch sides.
Darius just blinks blankly again. So
I mean, I'm saying I want to switch sides. I'm saying the side has been switched in my mind.
We've already decided, Darius. We want to know if you'll join us.
Darius just continues to stare blankly, and he says, "Wait." And he just starts cracking up. You think that I was on Navarro's side? Oh, that's rich. That's
Kinda
great.
like frowns. Like, what do you mean? You swore an oath to him to find a new god of death.
Yes. Find a new god of death. Regardless of what that may mean. If he gets in my way, then I kill him. If anyone else gets in my way,
will take care of that for us, but you know.
Okay, so team meeting over, I guess.
We're all on
That was
board
great.
now.
I loved that.
Cool. I'll let you guys know any updates I hear or see. Go team.
And break.
Maggie was like, well, that went better than I thought.
Yeah,
Me
it
too.
was great. Now we need to figure out how to kill this snake.
I'm gonna go meet with the half giant woman today, see if she can give me any intel about the capital, and we'll start coming up with a battle strategy. I'll update you guys on. This is what Lord Navarro and I used to talk about battle strategies a bit back when I lived in the castle, so I'm familiar with some war tactics, but we'll see what we can come up with.
Okay, then while that's happening, I would want to try and scry on, do I know the name of the capital?
Probably. I mean, you get it easily.
Yeah, because I can scry on
On a
I don't know
location?
how. Yeah,
Well,
like
don't you
if they
have
can
to have
tell
been
me.
there?
I don't think so.
I thought for locations you have
Let me
you have
see.
to have been there. I thought that's what we said, but maybe I'm wrong. I've been known to be wrong before.
Scry. Scry.
You must have seen before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will instead try and scry on Ichikali's sister, who's like captured there.
Oh, I'm not Huatli.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Make
Yeah.
a wisdom save.
She has to make a wisdom save, and she has about a +5 on this because you don't know her that well.
Yeah.
You're just familiar with her.
It's like a DC 17, I want to say.
Wisdom,
Something like
right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. If only it was the other way around.
I guess she'd want to say from it because she doesn't know who it is.
She doesn't know who it
Right.
is, yeah. Yep, so it doesn't work.
Too bad I used all my spells messaging Sabu, or else I could have messaged her and told her to let me scry on her.
It's true, yeah.
But-
Oh
Do that
well,
tomorrow.
you live and you learn.
Priorities.
It's love. Love's my priority.
Can I make an intelligence check for today for training Mickey?
Yeah, of course, yeah. That makes sense.
18.
Very nice. Yep, it goes well. I think you give him some XP because that's how that works now.
Woo!
Let me look.
I was gonna say more during that conversation, but everyone just kind of moved past it.
I mean, you can bring
I
up
mean,
another thing if you want.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
that's
we
like,
can just go back to it. That's fine. Like, it's no big deal. We've done that
Well,
before.
basically, Darius was just gonna say that he's not really on anyone's side, and that
Because
you guys.
nobody is on my
Dang it!
side.
I wanted to say.
Oh my gosh. That he's not on anybody's side, and that you guys take, like, the party, including Toity, Ari, Raya, and Miggy, takes priority over anything else, and after that, it's the new god of death, and after that, there's no other allegiance. That if he happened to side with Navarro, it's like, okay. But his actual contract with Navarro was beforehand was made void when he died.
Mm-hmm.
And then the new one was basically just go make a new god of death. Okay, great. Gonna do that.
Yeah,
Don't
it
get in
wasn't
my
being
way.
loyal to Navarro in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that because I was actually wondering myself, like, Well, and I totally dig Darius's answer, and I love that reveal too, because there was all this tension. It's like, wait a second, no, but there was this like almost pseudo magical like oath thing that happened. What if he can't turn against Navarro? But I love the nonchalant way you shut that down. I'm so into it.
Nope, fine.
But yeah. Yeah, you gave him like 250 XP.
That's it? Wasn't it
I
like
mean, you haven't been giving him a whole bunch.
I feel like I gave him like 400 one time.
That was like a crit success, so yeah. But I guess it's not too. I'll give him 50 more.
I'm just trying to get as much as I can. Okay.
Cool.
The only
So
thing I want to do today is talk to the half.
yeah, you're gonna talk to her. So Darius, you are informed of the fact that this Toheel guy is going to give you some experimental magical clay armor to replace your damaged plate.
I think Darius, when he hears that, he goes, I like the word experimental.
I don't know what it means, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't know
Like
what
the
it means,
yeah,
but
and
it
that's
sounds
kind of like-
powerful.
What Ari says, she's just like, I figured of everybody you would appreciate experimental things more than Raya or I.
Are we also?
I mean, it just sounds like I will make things expire more. So,
because you haven't said anything to me about getting new armor too.
Oh, I mean, I'll just mention it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm working on getting you new armor.
Oh, cool.
You're welcome. I want to make sure you're safe. She just sits very casually
Yeah.
and then like turns away.
Okay.
and so that's a thing. The magical plate armor will be a thing that is figured out next session. So remind me again, Raya. What I'm gonna look at armor stuff here
I have
for you.
chainmail.
that's
Yeah, I know you have
amore.
chainmail. I'm trying to just think of like the other like armor around that. Let's see. That's heavy armor.
When your sword hits that guy and for some reason won't die. I've got to try that
Now,
again.
what armor were you wearing, Ari?
That's amore.
I was wearing regular leather armor, but I would love some like studded leather instead.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So you can get some stuff leather armor.
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna get
Um.
a +1 to my AC.
So what is your AC now, Raya, with the damaged chainmail?
17.
And that's with the shield too.
Yes.
Okay. And so with regular chainmail, like it should be, it would be 19.
It would be 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I miss my.
So can I
undamaged
just give myself studded leather
Yeah,
armor?
mhm.
Right? Cool.
And you don't have any dex modifier right now, Raya?
Nope.
Okay.
So don't kill any
What
of them.
episode are we on?
It's 38.
Like a 17 armor class now.
Same until I get better armor, and
I
then it's
know.
gonna be better than yours.
The
That's
thing is,
fine.
they don't really have.
I don't care if it's magical. I'm cool with just repaired.
They don't have metal.
I
though.
know.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of metal.
Have- Users who can just somehow repair it. Is that a thing?
I can make a roll for Toheel if you go to him and like ask him about this. I can see
I
if he
mean,
can figure it
if
out.
he can heal toes, surely he can.
It's fair.
Yeah, so I guess she says that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get this armor so I can be back at my unhittable self.
Right.
So I guess I'll go see Toheel and see how creepy he is for myself.
Oh yeah, see if he tries to pat you down.
Because if he does,
Yeah. So he is not able to figure out the
okay.
chainmail. I think he just like you tell him this, and he's just like, I am really sorry, but I can't help you there. I've been thinking about this though, and I think I might be able to. Okay, so two options here. We could try some experimental clay
sounds awful.
armor. Okay, so no for that. Okay, cool. So what I can offer you some half plate. It's made of a hard bone, so it's not metal, but it should be at least be better than that damage armor.
Okay. No experiments.
No, it's just regular. It's just
straight up.
just straight up bone armor. Boring,
Okay.
I know.
That's fine. If it's better, it's better.
Well, here, so let me do some measurements on you, and we'll figure out how it will fit. You want to make an insight check?
Okay, would I even have to, like, I have been through fittings before. Like,
Mhm.
I know what fittings are.
sure.
I feel like he
Yep,
would have to
that's
make
fair.
a sleight of hand more
Okay,
than
yeah, I'll do that.
making of insight, because
15.
so then I get
So
like,
then make an insight.
Yeah, make an
So
insight
what-
against that. Yeah,
insight against that.
Yep.
Would it be insight or perception?
it'd be just perception. Yeah,
Mm.
Right, because you're like
you're just noticing it. Yeah.
I
So-
am so upset right now.
I'm sorry. So it's very subtle. We see him, like, it's literally just like one moment where he puts his hand somewhere he shouldn't, but he quickly, I think he looks at you again. He's just like, right, demon girl. Let's not do that again. And then just like,
Man, I was kind of hoping him. But
I know.
really want
I mean-
to.
so you get half plate armor, Raya, which is 15 plus dex modifier. Gives you disadvantage on.
Wait, so, no, that's no different then.
No, you have a -2 on chainmail, right? Right now. So it's 14 plus your shield plus whatever. So this should be at least one better.
It's.
Because chainmail is normally 16, correct?
Let me see.
That's what it says on here.
dexterity.
But chainmail, you like. Let's see. Because if you're saying it's 14 plus dex plus whatever, it's one less than what I have right now.
It's 15 plus dex. That's it.
Right, 15 plus dex plus my shield is the exact same as what I
thought
have
shield
right
gave you a
now.
+2.
Chainmail is 16.
Mm-hmm. Right, so it should be 14 right now because you have a -2 on it, right?
Yeah, I'm really
So-
confused.
So maybe that the math is
I
wrong on
had
that.
it. Because I was at. Do I get. Oh, the orb gives me a +1. Ha, that's why. To my AC.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I was like, I know there's a reason that I did this. So 15.
So
plus
basically your
0
armor class will increase by 1.
Okay. I was just like very confused.
Yeah.
That's why.
So what's cool is we get a new suit for honestly everyone. This is the season update, like a costume change update, right? Where Raya has new cool bone armor instead of the chainmail that she usually wears. Ari has some new studded leather. Darius has the clay
Seriously.
Probably
armor.
very well fitted. around
Okay.
the body.
It's very well fitted. Yeah,
Hasbro would make like this is
so much.
Yeah.
Hasbro would be
Great.
this would be a very lucrative IP to pick up, Hasbro, if you're watching, which I know you're not, but
Yeah, Hasbro's watching us.
All the 6 people that watch
Hasbro's
this
watching
show.
everyone. Let's be honest.
I don't know if Hasbro specifically is watching everyone, but
I mean,
Are they watching because they know I'm dinking around with magic cards while you guys are doing stuff?
yes, yep, that's
yes.
that's it. But yeah, so that happens. And then
Everyone gets an armor change, but Toity.
yes, it's true. What do we get from a costume change for Toity? We're seeing the making the.
No hair.
Oh right, that's the costume change. Toity is bald now. So
Completely.
Toity, you've discovered that you can control this if you want to. So you're not bald. I think you always if you're concentrating hard, you can make a thin veneer of like blue flame that just covers your head, like the priest. But now like it's legit. You have flame hair and your beard too. Like it's.
Can
gone.
I make it? Can I make it so like it flares up to give me advantage to intimidation checks?
No. But it's a thing now.
Darn.
So I'm
I
just
was-
curious as to how does Toity do this? Because you can shape it now. Like you literally have complete control. If you can.
I think
Actually,
think
do this,
generally
do
he
this,
wouldn't have
do
it
this.
just because it feels weird to him.
Make a wisdom save for me.
Dang it! I didn't even want flame hair. 14.
Yeah. So you have a mild level of control over it. So you're just making yourself bold. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not a genasi. Even if I had it, the people are like, who's the midget with the flame hair?
Literally, yeah. Yeah, so you just have like a thin veneer of blue flame on your head and your like face now, where your beard used to be.
Okay.
Yep.
He probably looks very baby faced.
He really does. Yep.
Man, oh, that's hilarious.
Sorry, Toady, it was coming.
If we had 2 Toadies, we could stack him in a trench coat. And he could get into R-rated movies.
Oh boy. And so-
R-rated movies. I'm sorry,
Oh boy.
that was bad.
Yep. It's a no for me.
Okay, hold on. I would like to point out that Seth's beautiful laughter was totally worth that.
I'm not sure Alyssa would agree, but
So- yeah.
I like your laugh.
no, but that it was worth the joke.
It is.
That's what I meant.
I wasn't really listening to the joke, to be honest. So
Okay.
So this one time
Probably
it was worth.
R movie.
Oh.
So I think we pick up with Ari.
Guys, it's just sometimes the jokes I just tune them out every now and
Yep.
then.
I need to learn.
It's just
It's okay. I mean, I've literally been playing guitar while you guys have been doing stuff. So
Ari, I think we pick up with you, and we see you go to the like training ground to have a conversation with Akna.
that's her name is Akna.
Akna, yeah, AKNA. So
Like, huh?
what?
Mid.
A
C
K
K.
Lamb.
Flam.
Okay, now
What? I'm so confused.
Ahmed
You never heard Jeff
terrorist?
John, have you?
No, I haven't.
the dead skeleton puppet.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta show them the video.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
please continue.
Yes, so we see Ari walk up to this chick. Shows she's like 7 or 8 feet tall. She is just kind of looking over at the like a group of like fire genasi warriors, led by like a really buff dude in some like bone armor who is like leading them in some drills. And she's just kind of like idly, like kind of, I think she's like lounging, sitting on like the root of a tree. And she's like, she's stroking the head of a big old jaguar. And the jaguar is kind of like idly flicking its tail. And again, so Akna is like, 7 to 8 feet tall, but she has no fire hair, just like this vibrant red, short cropped hair. And she has kind of like an idle look on her face as she's kind of like staring out at the guys like, training. Yeah, so this is where you find her.
I guess Ari just walks to her and is like, Akna?
Oh, hello. Yeah, that's me.
Hi, I'm Ari Armani.
Oh, you're Ari? And she kind of
Yeah,
like gets up to her feet and kind of like, moves her cat and so she can stand up and kind of like brushes herself off. She's like, it is so nice to meet you. And she like holds out a hand almost as if she's like, is this how you do it? Like, I think I've seen you guys do it like this, like shake
Ari
hands.
kind of like nods and like shakes, reaches up to him and shake the hand.
Yeah. How tall is Ari again?
Like normal female height, like 5'5".
Okay. Yeah. So definitely a height difference here. But yeah, so she like grabs your hand and like puts her other hand over it, and she's just like, it's so nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Ari's just kind of like, she just like takes the hand back. She's like, it's nice to meet you.
Can I meet Buck?
Oh yeah, of course. And then she like whistles.
He's so beautiful.
Thank you. And like Ari's kind of taken aback. She's like, thank you. I
Yeah.
know he is.
Can I pet him? Is that okay?
Um,
And so this girl has like the softest, like kind-hearted voice you've ever heard in your life. Like,
aw, that kind of makes me hate her a little bit.
I
but
know.
also, at the same time, I'm like, I just want to cast speak with animals instead of waiting for a ritual.
Sure. Yeah.
And I just want to talk to Buck and say she wants to pet you.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I'll just have Akna real quick make an animal handling check just to see how she's coming off to Buck, so whether or not Buck will be
Can
okay
it with
this.
advantage since I gave him a warning?
Yeah, sure.
What's your
Yeah.
roll?
So no 16. So, yeah, no problem. Buck's like okay, and then yeah, she pets and scratches under his chin and stuff, and Buck seems to be totally okay with it. And
then I turn to the jaguar and say, "What's your name?"
Oh, right, because you have to speak with animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the jaguar licks its lips and says, "My name is Ava."
Hi, Ava.
You smell interesting.
Excuse me?
It's not a insult, just an observation.
Okay.
Most of the people I'm around smell like charcoal.
She just kind of lifts her eyebrow, like.
And the whole time that Ava's just flicking her tail back and forth, kind of playfully, laying on the ground. So starts to lick her paw.
If I make some kind of insight check, I don't know, if I can tell if she's you smell good, I want to eat you kind of.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Insight. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Ava's. I think honestly, Ava's just being almost playful. Maybe she wants you to think that you smell good and she wants to eat you, but she's not actually gonna eat you. She's just kind of messing.
She just
around.
kind of smiles at that and just says, "Your jaguar companion is quite interesting."
Oh, thank you. I raised her from a little kitten. She's really rather playful when you get to know her. She can be a little abrasive at first, though, so I apologize if she said anything rude. You didn't say anything rude, did you, Ava? And then Ava, purrs, but then, you hear it, Ari, as, not yet.
I just said, well, she's quite cheeky.
Oh, I know, she is. And she, reaches down and, kind of, does the little cheek thing with the jaguar, and the jaguar just kind of, love nips her.
Or he just kind of does this, listen,
Mm-hmm.
what was her name?
Akna.
Akna. I mean, listen, Akna, I've been told that you can help me navigate the capital a little bit. You've had some experience.
Yes. So I actually was talking with Keesing just this morning, and he actually said that he wants me to come with you guys.
Whoa.
So I'm going to be helping you guys navigate. I know this area pretty well. I've lived in it most of my life. So I hope that's not an issue. I don't want to get in your way or anything. I know you're usually the navigator.
That's fine. I would just like to be aware of some of the things that are going around, so that way we're not just solely relying on you.
Oh, of course. No, I can teach you the whole time too. Or I'll point out things the whole time. It will be fun.
I would just mostly like a landscape of the capital so we can get a decent battle plan going.
Mm-hmm. Sure, of course. Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, how much war have you ever experienced?
Oh, I don't know about war. I've been in a few fights. I mean, you don't live in a jungle like the Yolotli Basin without fighting a few monsters, but I don't know if I'd consider myself a warrior exactly. Do you want to make an insight, Ari?
Yeah, I suppose.
No, thanks.
20.
Yeah, so she's downplaying her abilities a little bit. She's.
What do I gather she is? Is she a druid?
No, she's a ranger.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yep.
I want to make sure. And she's just I bet you can handle yourself pretty well.
Yeah, I guess.
I mostly just want intel on the capital so that way we can be as well prepared as possible. We wouldn't like to try to not die.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, not dying is a good idea for all of us, I'm sure. Yeah, so
listen, I know you're capable of this.
Mhm.
Just tell me what you know, and we can work together on it.
Sure, of course. Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Okay, so yeah, specifics then, and then I guess she like starts like
Yeah, I mean,
giving
you don't
you
have to give the whole.
giving you like a layout of like, okay, here's the terrain surrounding this part of the capital, and like this is probably where we're gonna go. And I think she informs you at some point in this conversation. She's like, oh, and did you hear about the? I don't know if anyone informed you of this, but Vakub, and that's like the druid member of the five. She says Vakub was saying something about how they think the best idea, and I think they were going to tell you this tonight, but I hope I'm not like, jumping the arrow on this exact or something like that. But
the arrow.
I don't know. That's right. Like
just jumping the gun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Jumping the blowgun on this, but I think they were hoping.
Jumping the shark.
Yeah, they were hoping that Ka'awi could help Darius use his transcendence ability. Did you know about that? Did you know that he can like do the shifting planes thing?
There's lots of things he can do that I don't think I'm aware of.
Oh, probably. I mean, you all are very talented individuals, I'm sure. But so they were thinking, because, okay, so sometimes we work with Fae, and Fae, sometimes they can be nice, and sometimes they can be a little mean, but we think we found a nice Fae that maybe if Darius can...
Found a nice Fae?
Well, I mean, it's not that we think he's nice and he might not be nice, it's just that we think we found him, and he might not be where we think but we have a good idea. He should be nice. He might be sad, but he should be nice. But anyway, so the idea was Darius would send us all to the Feywild, and then we would go talk to this guy, because I don't know if you know about Fey, but Fey, they can hide people really well. That's one of the things they're really best at. And so if we have this Fey to guide us, to hide us even, we could...
Are you talking about the Great Owl?
Great Owl? No, what about an owl?
Well, on our way here, we met this Fey creature that was an owl.
You met a Fey owl? That sounds so fun!
I mean, well, anyways...
no, but
yeah.
so this guy is like just like a regular Fey, like a person Fey.
Yeah, but I mean, owl specifically though was good at hiding this Genasi village. We
Right.
don't know where they are.
Right. No, but most Fey can do that. So we're gonna find a Fey who he's kind of lonely. He's kind of not really doing anything right now. But we're hoping that we can convince him to guide us not guide us exactly, but hide us, be the kind of the shield, the cloak, right, around the party, so we can just like walk right in, and it will be great. We can just sneak right in.
I don't really like putting my hopes in a maybe.
I mean, do you have a better idea to like sneak us in?
I mean, I like the idea of a Fae. I just don't know if I like the idea of a. They might be nice. They might not be.
No, he's really nice. From all the stories that I've heard, he's just really sad.
Why?
I actually don't know. He's just kind of sad. His name is Sunum. He's also known as the Hummingbird Suitor. I don't know what that means, but he's sad. That's all I know.
Could you put that in the chat?
Yeah.
Free to see if I know anything about this Fae.
Say that again.
Make a history check to see if I know anything about this Fae.
You can make an incredibly difficult history check.
I mean, I might as well.
But you can, yes. It's almost impossible that you've heard of this.
No,
Yeah,
definitely not.
13, no.
I just thought I'd ask. You never know. Sometimes you get a natural 20 and you luck out,
It's true. And then I would have had to come up with a
so
complete
how do
bullcrop
we-
reason why you would somehow know about the Hummingbird Suitor.
So how do we find this hummingbird?
Well, he's not a hummingbird.
Okay, how do we find this
But
Fae?
no, yeah, so, well, he's actually pretty nearby. So I don't know if you know, what do you know about the Feywild?
Darius was sent there one time.
So
5
not a
degree
lot. Okay. So
I think it's a mirror image of this world.
yes. Oh, that's what I was hoping you would know already. Yes. So basically, it's a mirror image, right, of our world, and so anywhere that is here is also there, but like different. So luckily, the hummingbird suitor lives like right near us, but just a different world, a different dimension. So, as long as we can get Darius to transport us there, it should be pretty easy. To just walk over and just have a little chat. I'm excited to meet him. Honestly, I've heard a lot of stories, but I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited.
But yeah, so glad to be joining you.
Yeah.
Hey Ari, question. I know we're almost finished up here, but I was wondering if you didn't have anything else going on later, would you maybe want to? So there's a game that we usually play here. It's like a ball game. Sometimes we use the like paddles like a Makaweedle, and then sometimes we just use like our arms and our hips and stuff and our heads, and it's kind of like a ball game. I don't know if you had ever played it before or if you wanted to play it.
Balls with the numbers 0 through 5.
Yeah. So you have played it before?
No, Darius told me about it once. He had a vision about it. I have these beans that have the same numbers on them.
Okay. What did you drew the symbols on the beans?
No, they came on the beans. They're magical.
Oh, magical beans. Okay. That sounds fun.
The magical fruit.
I don't know. I was thinking about asking one of the 5, whatever you call them, about it maybe sometime. But to be honest, I'm more focused on just getting into the capital at this point.
Right. I mean, of course. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that then, I guess. Okay. Well, I just thought I'd ask.
I think Ari. I don't know how she really feels.
Can Akna make a persuasion check?
Yeah, I guess so. Because honestly, she's kind of annoyed with how cheery she is.
I know you are.
Frozen me to hang out.
Because she's like, she knows that this girl's genuine and whatnot. Okay, yeah, 16. I think she reluctantly agrees. She's like,
yes. Okay. Awesome. I'm really excited. I think you'll really like it. And so you guys have this conversation, right? You guys like do the whole figure out the plan thing. You guys, honestly, I think we get like this montage, right, where we see you guys coming up with the plan, and then we get some shots of, and this has been revealed to you, like probably whatever the people are gonna, the 5 are gonna come over to you and be like, hey guys, we figured out like this is the plan. This is like who we're gonna send with you guys, and so we see some shots of these people. So we see Akna, right, like explaining this to Ari. So Akna's gonna go with you, and then we see Tohil. We see him like working on this armor for Darius. And then he looks over at like some items that he has like set aside on like a table, and he like looks over them and like goes over himself and starts like putting them on, like he's like getting ready. He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna go with him and I'm gonna use all these magic items. It's gonna be awesome. And then we see the big buff guy who was leading the men in the drills earlier. You also know that this guy is gonna come with you. His name is Hurukan. And he
Coral Khan.
Yeah. Khan. No. So
I was actually making a Mortal Kombat joke, but nobody here.
I made a
different
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
He looks like this.
okay.
He's big, tall, kind of dark looking.
Has a turtleneck going on.
Yes, yeah, turtleneck, bone armor, basically. Yeah, he's kind of like the drill sergeant leader dude.
It's made from the bones of turtles.
Yeah. Dragon turtles. But yeah, so then basically the plan is, right, go to the Feywild if Darius can figure out his transcendence thing, and then talk to Sunum, the hummingbird suitor, and get him to help cloak you to go there. And so this will be like the 4th member of your party. So it's going to be basically like 4 and 4. Well, Miggy is the extra of this, but
okay, so dragon turtles are actually a thing in D&D.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this.
But I think what happens is we get this quick scene of you guys playing this ball game. Do you want to try to beat her?
No.
Is
Of
that even
course
a
you do.
question for Ari?
I know, yeah.
You should have just said roll this.
What are the like athletics checks?
Yeah, athletic checks, yep.
Ooh, snap.
Okay, what do I gotta beat?
16.
Okay, it's not too bad. I have a +6 to athletics.
Just get above average.
Okay. No.
No. So I think what happens is Akna beats you. But you can tell that she was trying not to, but she's just too good at this game. Like, she really is. She's like very, very good at
This
it.
is my first time playing. I'm not upset.
Yeah. And she says, "Oh, you did so good."
Okay, that pisses her off.
that
Ari
was-
just shakes her head and she's just like, "It's fine."
I mean, I've lived here for my whole life, so I played this game a lot. But but no, seriously, that was awesome. I'm really glad that we got to do this. Have you ever heard the story of why the ball? You mentioned the like symbols, the numbers. Do you remember? Do you know why? It's actually a fun little story. Well,
Ari's just like,
yeah.
don't care.
But do you say that?
No.
So she just keeps.
She wouldn't blatantly say I don't care. This girl just needs to roll insight to see that I'm like just not interested, maybe.
Uh-huh.
If she cares.
I don't know.
Yeah,
If
12,
maybe
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think she really knows.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't know me that well, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she just goes right on with this story, and she says, "Well, there's something called the 5 lives of the world. So it's 0 through 5, right? It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so each of the balls actually represent one of the 5 lives of the world, one of the 5 ages of the world. And what had to happen is every single time, so the game is supposed to symbolize the fight between good and evil and life and death that's been going on through each of the 5 lives of the world. So every time, it's actually really cool, every time that some horrible catastrophe was happening, when like the world was going to be destroyed in a flood, or the world is going to be taken over by horrible demons, someone would have to sacrifice their life to keep the world from dying and to like redeem it, like resurrect it from the ashes. And so every time we play the game, it's like this, we're symbolizing this fight between good and evil and life and death, and whoever wins is the victor. And I mean, so in a different version of this game, the Yuan-Ti kind of actually make the whoever loses the game die. They have Genasi like play it, and then they killed the loser. And that's supposed to symbolize like the sacrifice, but we don't do that part here.
Why would
And
you wanna
in
play a
some
game
places, it's known as redemption.
Sorry about what you're saying, Alyssa.
Ari just kind of goes, why would you want to play a game that reminds you of the horrors that you want to put you guys through?
Because it was our game first, Ari. They don't get to decide what it is. It's our game.
So Gret is definitely one of them.
What?
What?
Gret must be one of the 5, right?
Like one of the 5 sacrifices to save the world.
She's just like, I don't know that she really says anything. She's just kind of
Mhm.
like, well, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to be reminded of all the horrors that I had to ensue. regardless if it was mine or not first.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, we don't have to play the game again if you don't want to.
That's not what I mean. Man, Shoulder really was a stupid god.
What did you say,
Anyway.
Shabolba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
She kind of just like looks at you, just like, okay. So, don't say that around Keezing, okay?
I don't care.
Well, it was fun, Ari, playing with you. So I think I have a thing to do now.
It was nice knowing you
It was
until
really
you
nice.
get killed by offending someone about their god.
It was stupid.
Okay.
I look forward to working with you. Really, I do.
I look forward to gaining more knowledge from you about this world. You're quite capable.
Yeah, and so she was about to be like, "Oh, what?" And then you say that part, and she's just like, "Oh, thanks. I try. My mom taught me a lot, so, okay."
I look forward to gaining knowledge from you the same way the snake people did.
By eating you. Yeah.
Yeah, she just like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Have a nice night, Ari. And bye, Buck. It's nice seeing you too.
Just walk away.
Yep. Oh, I've been planning that scene for so long. Yeah, good stuff. Good
Oh,
stuff.
her cheeriness just pisses me off. Honestly, it
Mhm.
makes me appreciate Raya so much more.
So
How
does
come
anyone
Darius
have?
never gets to hang around the cheery ones?
Hey, you will be able to. She's coming with you.
This is true.
So, is there anything else that anyone would like to do before we call it for tonight?
I mean, like, would we technically be having like a night meeting explaining that we're
Yeah, that was kind of what was happening, right? Like, is the Five meeting with you again and going
'Cause
through
I
all
would-
this?
Yeah, then I would bring up during that meeting that I have the spell. I can prepare planar binding.
Mm.
If instead of us going to the Feywild, if they think he would be cool coming here.
Well, so I think so. They explained that the plan is to go to the Feywild to talk to him, convince him to come with you, and then transport yourselves back to the real world. Because the Feywild is actually freaking dangerous, so you don't want to
That's
travel
why-
there.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is if I use planar binding, I could bring him to just the normal world.
Right. Okay. So just like right now, like bring him.
I mean, not right now. I'm just saying.
But
like,
yeah.
in general, if they have a really expensive jewel that I could use.
Right. Let me look at the spells.
And they think it would be a good idea.
Certainly be a lot easier. Then we wouldn't have to go through all the stupid random encounters Caleb has planned for us in the Feywild.
well, I was,
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
ruining all
I'm-
my fun.
I feel like Raya would know about the Feywild in all of her education, and that she knows that it's not the best place to be.
Yeah. So with this spell, I mean, you would be making an enemy of this dude.
Would it immediately make an enemy of him though? Because it's just like
So
he
I think
wouldn't
they
be
tell you this, right? Like they say, "Oh, we were gonna not do that because this guy is a very dangerous individual, and we don't want him to be our enemy. We would much rather that we make him an actual legitimate ally instead of using this magic to bind him to our service and then force him to do something."
Okay.
also, Caleb, did you get my message?
Yes, and then my phone died.
Oh,
But yeah, so they also say that basically like the idea is, right, like go to the Feywild, meet with this dude, go back to the real world, travel to the capital. They also say, Chalmers says this, the one that kind of looks like a half Genasi, half Tiefling, says basically, I recently found some information, contacts that we have, spies in Arendira's courts. we found out a secret tunnel of sorts, a way that you could get into the capital unannounced, so you wouldn't have to walk through the front gate. That might be of use to you, I assume. It doesn't go straight to the palace, of course, but it can get you in the city.
Are there stairs and then a tunnel? We can let her do it. Yes, precious. Yes.
But yeah, so that's the explanation they give, and then, you guys know the rest of the drill. Like, save Nahuatl, kill Arendira, use the life energy from Arendira's death to ascend Nahuatl. And then Kizine says, does anyone have any objections to this plan? And Miggy, we see the camera goes to Miggy, and he just kind of like twitches a little bit, and then doesn't say anything.
He can't understand
It's true.
them.
You're right. Yeah, never mind.
No, that's probably it though. He's standing there like not thinking, not responding. Is like he's the one person who would be objecting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Anything else anyone says?
We've done stupider things before.
Plan stupid part D.
Wow, what a throwback.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be nice to have a plan for once.
True that. But yeah, I think that's the end of our episode, I believe. Let me look at my notes one more time to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. This was a great episode, I gotta say. I very much enjoyed it. Got to we basically went through all of my notes. Awesome.
Do you guys remember what Plan Stupid Part B was, though?
Yeah.
Finding whoever created the orb and killing them.
It happened.
Technically, we did it.
I mean, technically we did that. That is part of it.
Yep, and it rests all on Darius's shoulders.
Yep.
But, like,
It really
wow.
does.
What foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
There's so much epic foreshadowing in this game.
You literally
It's not
have no
even
idea,
funny.
guys. The more I have listened back through this game, I'm just like, how I couldn't have possibly known this, but like I made this comment, someone made this comment, and it just all ties together so perfectly. It's so good. Oh, it's amazing. And then I find comments that people make, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna make that into foreshadowing. Oh, that's good stuff right there. So
One of my favorite comments is like Emily when she's like messaging Sabu in season 2 and he's still alive and still knows, and we were talking about like making bad rolls, and she's like, as long as I don't make any bad rolls when my boo thing and I get together, and I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do goals. Because next time we're heading out, and we got new magic items, new things, and
Oh my gosh, we're already gonna head out. Okay.
right? Like,
Are
is there
we-
anything
are
else
we
you guys
Well,
would want to
did
do?
Darius get his armor? A special?
Right, that's good. I'm gonna prepare that for next time. Figure out what exactly
Okay.
it's gonna do.
And
Cool.
Tony might try with the gloves again, and I've got to try the serpent glory again.
Right. So we'll have those scenes for sure next time. Raya or Ari, do you have any scenes that you want to do before you guys head out, like next time?
No. Just attempt to get Darius to learn how to read more.
Yeah,
Because I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, sure.
So I realized, okay, so it's like 250 days that you have of success that you have to
Yep.
do it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's say we were at 200 days left, and we did 10 days in one session, every session, and you got successes every time. That's still another 20 sessions away.
Uh-huh.
Yikes!
It's a real
Season
long
12
time.
of Terra Nullius.
Darius finally
doesn't know
learns
how to
how
read.
to
Talking about
read.
the
Yeah.
long game. This is the long
Because
con.
what's gonna happen is something's gonna happen where Darius is
Shut
able to
up.
read
No.
like all of a sudden,
No.
but Raya is gonna be part of that.
Will I
And
get
she's gonna
Yeah,
If
don't,
he
don't worry.
learns how
I'm not
to
going to make some sort of cheap thing where, like, Darius just learns how to read without Raya's help. Like, I'll give Raya a chance to help him do that, if that's the thing that happens.
If that happens, would I get all the XP from all of these sessions?
Yeah, of course.
As a big goal.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out for when Miggy finally gets to our level to
Get on our level, Miggy.
Get on our level. Oh, but
I'm
like
still
I'm
holding
legit
out
serious
Ari,
for
though.
get
when
This
on
is
our
they
like,
get
level
married.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to get on your guys' level. Finally, I'm gonna level up.
Mhm.
Finally, I'm gonna learn how to conjure animals.
nice. Okay,
Let's
cool.
get some cows.
I forgot about that. Yeah, cow summoning. All right, Toity, what you got, bud?
I don't know if I really did anything on my first goal.
Yeah, probably not.
I completed my second goal.
You did complete your second goal. How many sessions have you been working on that for?
I don't remember. It's been a
You guys
couple.
Start making tally marks like me. Be more.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Should have, but it's not been a long goal. It's probably half as long as Okali. Finding Okali's sister.
Yeah, and you're level 9.
Yes.
I hate that Seth finishes goals that we don't know anything about.
It's just
I mean,
really
it's
rude.
probably something about the stone. But,
I think it should not be allowed.
I'm gonna give you
Like-
3,600 for that. I don't think you worked on your third one either, though. So,
Kind of.
did you make a roll towards it though?
Kind of.
Oh, you're right. You did. Okay. Yeah. You're totally right. Of course. So you actually get a sizable amount of XP today. Good job.
Yay.
4,700 for you.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna be so far behind you guys. It's ridiculous.
It's okay. At least your character's interesting this season.
I'd like to think though that Ari is
What?
just behind
Darius
you
is
guys
interesting?
because I'm
Stop,
trying
Jordan.
to get Miggy up.
Darius has a willow sword now. What you
Okay,
talking
that's true.
about?
That's true. I don't. Okay, let me rephrase this. I don't have anything like specifically of like interest or ideas or backstory or like. I'm not trying to do anything with Darius right
Don't
now. I'm just
worry,
kind
Jordan.
of playing him and seeing
I got
what happens.
ideas. I got some ideas.
I know. I'm kind of banking on it because if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, Darius is going to be a very stale character.
Oh, don't worry, bud. Raya.
Except that thing I messaged you about that.
I
Yes,
worked on teaching Darius how to read, and I worked on number 3
You
a
did.
lot.
Yes, you did.
And I found out more about the orb.
You did. Yeah, you did. You worked on all of them. And then you
We're
learn
counting like the orb one as
a
small,
medium goal. Yeah.
or whatever. However that
Or
works.
I guess technically now it's a hard goal because of the bump up XP we did. So you're level 9, right?
Correct.
So no, you do not get that much XP. What? Did that wrong. You get 3,800 XP today.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Ari Armani.
I would like to say that I worked on my contract with Lord Navarro by persuading Miggy to
Oh, yeah.
not freak about it.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh totally.
I did train him as well,
Mhm.
and I did create a battle plan for the capital, kind of by doing the Fae thing. I mean, I made a roll to interact with the ogre woman successfully, I guess,
Yeah.
to get her to talk to me.
You know, let's do this real quick, Ari. Let's have you make a roll. Have you make an intelligence check to for the solidness of the your specifics of the battle plan.
Okay, an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 18. There you go. Yep. So you have completed that. You've come up with a good battle strategy.
Oh yeah.
So, whoop. So you. Oh, hey, wait! I forgot to give people XP for party goal.
Oh my gosh, Caleb.
Sorry.
I am glad I almost clicked out of Roll20, so
I'm really, really glad that I wasn't on Toity's part of the goals here because I accidentally went to the Roll20 screen when I shouldn't have. Oh boy, that could have been bad.
That'd have been bad.
so
pretty
fast
hard.
finding out all his secrets.
Yeah.
Right.
So Toity and Raya take 1,100 more.
Whoa.
What about-
So
Toity.
I just said Toity and Raya.
Okay, I thought you said Ari and Raya. Sorry.
That's right. Let's see. So Ari, you get Wait, you're level 8, right?
Yes.
I'm
But do
sorry.
I technically get level 9 because Mickey's getting
You
level 9?
don't. I'm sorry. We decided that.
Mickey is getting level 9
I
stuff
know.
too.
I'm sorry. It's not how we decided. It's because Mickey's having a transformation journey.
Transformation Mason.
He's listening to the album Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff.
Yep, you're right. Ari, you get 4,100 XP.
I finally level up.
Yes.
Yay.
So Darius,
Bring on the cows.
bring on the cows.
So many cows.
I only
there
get
can
like
be
2 things for this level.
But cows is one of them.
Yes.
Ari, you know you actually have to summon cows at some point. Like, it's gotta
At
happen.
some point, I will.
Just imagine
Can you
a
back them
situation
into
where she's
battle?
panicking and she's just like, ah,
Cows!
cows!
Bring on the cows.
Like,
She
what-
says magic, and cows come out.
are cows a thing yet?
Yeah.
Yes. Cows are a
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Holy cows.
Not in Mesoamerica, but in
But
Europe.
I've
Yeah.
been cow into my compendium instead of conjure animals.
Cows.
Make cows.
She's gonna go magic, and then cows are gonna appear.
That's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be like Ari's mad about something and then she like stomps her in the foot and says magic! And then boom, there's cows.
Then there'll be mad cows.
Yeah, that's literally all I get. I get my proficiency bonus and 1 spell for level 9. That's it.
Nice.
Jordan, I feel like one of your goals should have been learn more about my magic items. Because you didn't have that as a goal. But that's what
That's
you
true.
did today.
Yep. I mean, the power of Deathhood, but
I know that you did that.
it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing today.
It's fair. Unfortunately,
Actually,
you
I
only got,
should
like,
have
one
known.
scene. Yeah.
That's fine. That's what happens when you're 2 hours late.
It's fair. It's fair. So you get 2,700.
At 10th level, I get this thing called hide in plain sight where I can literally just like camouflage myself for 1 minute and then just hide in front of people.
That's awesome.
You said 2,700?
So imagine if I did that plus pass without trace, it wouldn't even matter what I roll because I get a plus 20.
Well, if you got a crit fail.
Well, I mean, sure. But I mean, even a crit fail is like a 38.
That is ridiculous.
Or a 28. A 28, I guess. Yeah, 28.
Wow.
So let's look at Miggy's goals, shall we? So he made a roll to help Raya recover from her loss. Like, in an actual legit, like,
Like,
Legitimate
recover
way.
from
real-
her loss, as in, like, recover her loss, right?
yes.
To get back what she had lost.
She was working on Mary and Ari. And then did he make a roll to prove himself to the party? Up to you guys.
Did he make any roll when he was talking to Tweety?
Cody made a roll against him. That's how
Yeah.
that happened. So I guess two out of the 3.
I mean, if you count like proving yourself to the party, like socially,
He's socially valuable.
with Raya, then,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
sure. It's up to Emily, really.
I mean, I don't know if that really changes my opinion of him as like a party
member. Yeah, that's
so,
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What he
Mickey
could have
gets
done though.
Yeah.
Mickey gets 3,300 XP, which means he levels up.
Yay! Is he level 7?
Yep.
Cool.
Good job, Mickey.
Maybe by level 10 he'll be caught up.
He's still 2 levels behind us though.
Yep.
I mean, he started 3 behind.
Yep.
Honestly, depending
He's only
on how,
1 level behind.
Or we just need to like fast forward a week, you know, and just have me roll 7 times.
Roll 7 times.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, fast forward a week, and then I'll just be like, I will roll one of the days to double or nothing, and then just add 6 days.
Cool stuff. I think that's the end of our session today. I'm like super into this session. Like literally, I've been thinking about this session for about 3 weeks now, and it exceeded my expectations and beyond. So like pretty happy about that.
Really happy.
So Emily's gonna be gone next week, and so we're either gonna be doing a return to the verdict one shot, or we're gonna do a special thing, TBA, TBA.
TBT.
TBD.
TBD.
TBA. I mean,
We do need to contact him, see if he's available.
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
But yeah, so then week after that, are we all planning on?
I think
I have
so.
to see the schedule. I have
Okay.
to look.
Tentatively, we'll be back. I mean, we're going to be back with something next week. But yeah, that's it from us here at Terra Nullius. Thanks for chatting and chat, guys, and watching and being our best fans, because we love you all who watch us. Thank you. Shout out to Carly Pinch.
Oh,
in
also.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It matches the...
I can't get it all in frame.
it just matches the rest of the overlay.
Yep.
Perfect. Happy birthday, Seth.
Even though it was a week ago, thank you.
So soft.
And Alyssa, hers was yesterday.
Happy birthday to both of you.
Yay.
Indeed.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Oh my gosh.
What am I supposed to do with this? Eat it?
Eat it?
Again, they're making references that I don't understand, so
I'll have to
that's
send
it from
them.
us here. Terra Nullius. We'll be back next week with something, so adios.
Bye.